back again with another video. This time, the topic of this video is going to be about stocks, though. And just like crypto, stocks changed my life. Although stocks changed my life in a different way than crypto. Crypto, the change is still unrealized because the space is still growing. Things are still moving fast and changing, and innovation is still happening. But with stocks, it's been around for a very long time. People have been trading stocks or investing for a long time. And this particular investment vehicle has just shown me financial literacy pretty much. And that's pretty much the reason it changed my life, just the addition to financial literacy. And it's just kind of sad how just like 2.5 years ago, I just found out about this. And it's just like, I should have known this before. Not I should have known, but it should have been taught before. There should have been more importance placed on teaching people financial literacy, pretty much, because you need it to maneuver in life. Well, if you have financial literacy, you can maneuver life pretty well. And it's just sad that I had to take matters into my own hands in order to get here. But two of the big reasons I believe that financial literacy is important, because it gives you access and it also gives you opportunity. And I'd like to formally put the blame on institutions, whether that be educational institutions, so schools, universities, financial institutions, banks, etc. I'd like to just put the blame on institutions, because yes, it's good for people to understand and figure their own way out in life, but there should be basic education that's just given to everyone. And the fact that they really took advantage of people not knowing all this information is just, like I said, and I'm going to say this a lot, is just sad. So, so access. Access has been growing. Ever since 2019, I've been noticing it growing. I've been seeing ads everywhere for these different investment apps. RBC Direct Investing has been investing heavily as well. But the thing is, those investment vehicles have been publicly available for a long time. It's just nobody knew. Whether that be, and I hate to say this, but whether that be racially biased, or whether that be just maybe they just didn't know. I still, at the end of the day, blame them. And the second one was opportunity. So I'm not dumb by any means. I'd like to think I'm not dumb by any means. I am willing to learn. I'm ready to learn. But yet, that opportunity wasn't granted to me by these institutions. And the fact that they really just took my time. You know, if I would have known this earlier, I would have been able to do more. But the fact that I only just started like 2.5 years ago with investing in stocks and other assets was like, I blame the institutions. And needless to say, Canada has subtle racism. If you're a person of color, you're already aware of this. But if you aren't a person of color, you might not be aware of this yet, but I believe that you will grow to see all the biases that have been just subtly and some people might be complacent, and other people might just not be aware and just be, taking advantage, like not taking advantage, but using their privilege. But that's not the point of this. Even though there is some blame on individuals, where the blame really lies is in the institutions, and I strongly believe that they have failed the people that they set out to serve. But yeah, so I say all that to say, I want to extend this olive branch to everybody watching this video. Don't waste any more time thinking that someone will come and save you and come and save your finances, and you just need the right job and all that stuff. I had a job since I was 16, and I could not save $1,000 for the life of me. But as soon as I quit my job, took out a student loan of $11,000, put $3,000 of that to the side, and then spent the rest on God knows what, but I won't get into that in this video, maybe a later video. I put $3,000 of that student loan money into stocks, specifically Tesla, and that $3,000 grew to $30,000. So I have the opportunity to pay my student loan, and this just like opened my eyes. Like I was for the life of me, I was lost, and now I kind of have, not, even though it's not where I want to be, I kind of have purpose. I have like investments, I have assets, I have different things going for me now that I would not have had if I just placed my trust into these institutions or a job. So I want to, like I said, extend this olive branch to you, to tell you to get started today. Get started investing in tangible assets today. We all can see prices rising. We all can see our cash devaluing day by day, and that's only gonna keep going. So you need to invest in something, whether it be Pokemon cards, whether it be a house, whether it be stocks, whether it be cryptocurrencies. You need to invest in something. So this video, I still want to stick to stocks though, and I guess I want to go into how I got started with stocks. So my stock journey started when I was living on my own. I really had no money, and like I said, I was going to school. I took out a student loan, and I put that money in the stock market. And I diversified, but I mainly put a lot of the money into $3,000 worth into Tesla. And a year later, that turned out to be $30,000. And that $30,000 I took out and I started investing into other assets, because I knew if I just took it out, I would be tempted to spend it. I would either, the cash would devalue, or I would just lose it all through bills and all that stuff. So I decided to reinvest it into other assets. And those other assets were biotechnology, innovation stocks, and other healthcare stocks. So I'll probably get into all the other stocks, all the stocks, my portfolio in another video. I'll take you guys through all that and stuff like that. I just wanted to place this message of urgency today to get started in investing, or you will lose out. My dad, this is a personal story, but my dad, he invested in a couple penny stocks when he moved to Canada, and they didn't do so well. So he was turned off of stocks. And rightly so, but if he would have had someone there to tell him, because he had no idea, he was following someone else's advice, and that person wasn't really. They just told him to invest in stocks, in penny stocks, and then they left. So if there was someone there to tell him that, no, this is not a waste of time, no, you need to invest in assets, that stocks only go up, and I know that might sound like a crazy statement, but it is very, very true. Stocks only go up. Economies, yeah, they might see their little downturns and their little recessions, but they always go back to that peak. And I was listening to Fed Chairman Powell of the United States, and he was pretty much like solidifying all that I'm saying today, and how people of color are adversely affected by all this stuff just because they do not have access and opportunity. And his main thing was that once they do get this, all their struggles, all their financial problems, and I guess you can't just base it, like, people have other problems other than financial problems, but a lot of problems would be solved if people were equipped with financial literacy. So that's just one example of a person I know personally that, even though they started, because they didn't have the knowledge to know that I need to stick to this, I need to see this out, I need to give it 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and if you start early, that isn't much time. So, because he didn't know that, he gave up, and he started spreading the disinformation campaign of, you should not invest in stocks. He told me I should not invest in stocks. Thankfully, I didn't listen, and I love my dad. I love my dad to the moon and back, but thankfully I didn't listen to him, and I started investing in stocks with student loan money, which he did not agree with either. And I do not, I should say this, I do not recommend anyone do that. I was just desperate, and I had no other, I didn't see any other way for myself. But thankfully I didn't listen to him, and I invested, and I stuck with it. And in a year's time, I saw results. And it might take you longer than a year's time, but I just want to give you that motivation to just stick with it. No matter what stock you pick, no matter what, obviously you want to pick a stock that you believe in, a stock that you have high conviction in, a stock that maybe you use on a day-to-day basis. But because I had that conviction, I want to also give that to you guys, and tell you that it does work. Stocks do work. It just takes a little bit more time. It's not a get rich quick thing, you know. So just be patient. That's key. Be intuitive. Use your intuition. You follow your gut. That's really all you need to succeed. Oh, and do your due diligence. Do your research. Type in the stock in Google. See other people's recommendations, and you will go far. Trust me. So yeah, that's this video for today. Thanks for paying attention. Thanks for listening. If you like this video and you want more videos on stocks, on investing, on assets, on real world assets, please like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.